It has been an historic year, heralding a level of change we could not have anticipated this time last year. This video address of my Midwest annual speech demonstrates that. Thanks, Jim Horan, the Midwest members, and the Midwest Board for allowing me this opportunity. WAPA adapted and persevered against a backdrop of adversity and uncertainty to continue successfully delivering on our mission in 2020. Our accomplishments this year are many as we adjusted to a new way of working and living. We marketed 27,000 gigawatt hours of hydropower, or roughly 100.3% of our average. We transitioned 1,500 employees to maximize telework in just 4 days. WAPA's pandemic plan was sent by NERC and FERC to every utility in America. Amazingly, we executed 98% of our operational maintenance budget and 97% of our capital budget. We returned $272 million to the Treasury for a total of $2.6 billion over the past 8 years. Procurement awarded $189 million in contracts. We selected a common SCADA vendor and attained 100% uptime for our SCADA system. And working with you, we achieved all of our reserve balance targets for the first time. We've also added 4 new classes to our asset management program, and we managed total O&M cost per kilowatt hour at 0.012 cents. This ties to our saved or avoided cost of $113 million since 2014 through continuous process improvement. We've also initiated a fiber project with 2 Rocky Mountain customers and 1 in the Sierra Nevadas. We supported California during the energy emergency August 14th and 19th with a total of 5,400 megawatt hours, and we won Gears of Government awards for continuous process improvement and collaborating with the Forest Service to safely clear vegetation around transmission lines. Finally, we engaged in a world of change with you. Our theme from last year and the title of our 2020 annual report, which was just released the other day. That theme reaffirmed our commitment to inclusiveness and openness, transparency and collaboration with our customers, neighboring utilities, generating agencies, the Department of Energy, and everyone else to continue our services. This was really a unique year for engagement. We employed new technologies to meet with our customers so we could continue to engage in a world of change. We held customer and project meetings, negotiated a BA services agreement for WAPA, made progress on moves to the new energy imbalance management solutions, and continued studies on the best choice for the Desert Southwest. Responding to COVID-19 has presented a major evolutionary step for WAPA and indeed all government agencies and utilities. It allowed us to deploy innovative new processes, procedures, and tools in line with the 21st century. This year, we also focused on the value of hydropower, the challenges of building transmission during a generation transition, the advent of markets in the West, and the twin pillars of stability and progress. A successful organization must be both progressive and stable. One cannot exist without the other, and an organization missing one is doomed to fade into irrelevance or fall apart under pressure. Although we will continue to emphasize these important issues as often as we can, only markets will transcend into a focus this year as well. Our theme for this year is a single, simple word: balance. As we adapt and evolve in this energy frontier, one that now includes COVID-19, it will be critical for us to embody strength, resilience, unity, and leadership, while also being mindful of our enduring mission, reliability, regional differences, and our collaborative culture with all of you as our customers. It is not beyond the imagination to believe that we will have a fully integrated market in the West in the next 2 to 3 years. And WAPA has been preparing for this eventuality over the past several years with the organizational approach to markets, Mountain West Transmission Group, and our transition in the Cal EIM and the SPP WISE. Our goal is to optimally position WAPA as a major player at the markets table to ensure we can influence their development and preserve and strengthen the value of WAPA and our customers. This requires a delicate balance between leadership and collaboration. We will continue to fully explore our opportunities regarding markets and continue to keep you apprised of our activities through this evolution of the energy industry in the West. We will also focus on resilience, both in our physical and cyber assets and in our culture. We operate a reliable system, weathering disruptions, including storms, wildlife interactions, vehicle accidents, routine maintenance, and emergency situations, working to safely return power to citizens. We do this by concentrating on our key drivers of security, quality, resilience, and availability. We have a best-in-class reliability-centered maintenance program, a maturing asset management program, an aggressive integrated vegetation management activity, long-term capital planning, and tremendous support from all of you, our customers. We also participate in industry leadership groups like the Electricity Subsector Coordinating Council. We anticipate investing $1.3 billion in our system over the next decade to ensure reliability. Those are the projects you have been part of in our 10-year capital plans. Resilience is really the ability to prevent, withstand, and recover from disruptive threats and events, an important distinction from our reliability as we balance our available personnel and funds. This has been a difficult year, not just with the pandemic, but with a record-breaking fire season across most of our territory that included some of our infrastructure, particularly in Arizona and Colorado. Thanks to our proactive vegetation management, we avoided what could have been a devastating wildfire year requiring rebuilding and repairs. Yet, wildfires were only the most visible resilience challenge we faced. The California energy crisis is a harbinger of resilience challenges to come due to the energy transition and the lack of transmission build-out. We continue to be concerned that the long-term contracts needed to build transmission are lacking in these uncertain times. Both SPP and MISO announced limited transmission capacity that is preventing new generation sources from being added to the grid. We are operating closer and closer to system limits with each passing year. Cyber attacks are more prolific and advanced in their techniques. Outages are less acceptable for any reason and for any duration due to electricity's integral role to our economy and our way of life. Regulatory agencies and legislators are focusing on resilience measures and requirements. In an ideal world, we would invest more in resilience, placing special emphasis on defense-critical electric infrastructure, including hardening facilities, increasing redundant services, enhancing black start capabilities, replacing wood with steel, and increasing the movement of energy between the eastern and western grids through the interties, and integrating artificial intelligence, machine learning, advanced technology solutions into grid operations. These upgrades are expensive, and one enduring question is how do we strike the appropriate cost ratio between those who use these upgrades and those who benefit from the projects that support national energy resilience and security. Markets and rules will not solve these resilience issues. They cannot control the creation of electrons on a physical system. We always have to remember markets are financial constructs, not construction. They are virtual overlays on a physical system. The grid at its core is a machine that cannot be ordered by rules to meet our needs and desires, nor bribed into innovation with financial incentives. Solutions require physical activities to put steel in the ground and wires in the air. Finally, we will focus on workload planning to better balance our resources against our many competing organizational priorities. Workload planning is the culmination of numerous ongoing programs that have been established at WAPA since 2013. These include reliability-centered maintenance, continuous process improvement, asset management, 10-year capital planning, and lifecycle management. All of these programs have made WAPA a data-driven organization. Now we have reached a stage of maturity where we can use this data to accurately forecast our business needs and compare them to our available people and equipment. This is an exciting initiative. A favorite of mine is it represents the many accomplishments over the years. As we progress with this initiative, the outcome it provides will allow us to better define and plan what operations, maintenance, and capital projects can be done each year and over a multi-year time frame. If we were better able to match our resources with business needs, we could more efficiently and effectively complete the many pressing projects before us and provide you better information on our plans on ongoing projects. This year, we're going to focus on documenting operations and maintenance projects to establish a baseline level of our work, particularly for our valuable craft. Although we are focusing on the craft first, these projects take a cohort of WAPA functions and people, from operations conducting system reliability studies, to natural resources performing environmental reviews and land acquisitions, to design and engineering, to procurement, to construction, and finally to our tremendous crews. Eventually, the work done by all of these functions will be captured in this initiative. It is unfortunate that I could not be there to share these updates in person at the Midwest Annual Meeting, which is a highlight of my year. I greatly appreciate your continued engagement and support of WAPA and look forward to continuing our journey together to create a bright, valuable, and relevant future. Together we will achieve and sustain balance amid the many challenges and opportunities before us. Stay safe, remain socially distanced, and please wear your mask.